Alright, today you are going to complete this design an amusement park activity worksheets. I'm going to get you started with this video, and then you are going to be expected to do the rest of them on your own. For some of you, this is going to take most of the whole block. For some of you, you might have a little bit extra time. Either way, it's going to get turned in at the end of the class period. And if you still have time remaining, you are going to have another activity. And if you don't, you're just going to turn it in, and once class is over, you're going to move on. So we're going to start with the directions here. You have been hired to design an amusement park. The owner has given you a specific request for how to lay out the specific attractions. Read the description for each and shade the blocks based on the key provided. All of these different jobs have keys that go with them, and they have different ways to color in the boxes. If instead of coloring in the boxes with the lines or the dots or the squares, if you would rather just shade them a different color, you can certainly do that. If you need to borrow my colors, you know where they're at. But just make sure that you indicate on your key what color each thing is, so that when I'm checking it, I know what I'm looking at. Alright, let's get started with job 1. Job 1 says, lay out an amusement park with 1/3 water rides, 25% kiddie land, 1/18 parking, 1/12 restaurants, 1/9 souvenir shops, and 1/6 live shows or music. This is the grid that we have to lay out the amusement park in. So my best bet, the first thing that I need to do is figure out how many total boxes are in there. And there are 6 boxes going this way and 6 boxes going this way. So if I do 6 times 6, that gives me 36. So I know that I am working with 36 total boxes in there. When I know the total boxes, that makes my fractions a lot easier. So if we're looking at how many water rides there are, well, it's 1/3. And 3 is a factor of 36. So all I have to do here is make it an equivalent fraction. In order to get from 3 to 36, I multiply by 12. Whatever I do to the bottom of my fraction, I'm going to do to my top. So 3 times 12 is 36, and 1 times 12 is 12. So how many water rides are there going to be? Well, there will be 12, which means I'm going to shade in 12 boxes. Now, if you look at 25% kiddie land, this is a little bit harder to gauge. So if I were you, I would do my fractions first and then come back. In this case, if I do all my fractions, then whatever's left over should be kiddie land. So I'm going to move on to parking, because parking is also a factor of 36. Or, sorry, 18 is also a factor of 36. How do I get from 18 to 36? Well, I multiply by 2. 18 times 2 is 36, and 1 times 2 is 2. So 2 out of 36 are going to be parking. So I'm going to color in 2 boxes for that. Once you've gone through and you've figured out all of your stuff, then you can start applying it. Or as you go, you can apply it to your grid. So what this tells me that I'm going to do is I'm going to make 12 of these water rides. Since they're water, I'm going to color them blue, just because that makes sense. So I'm just going to make sure that I know I'm making water rides blue instead of doing this little pattern here. So I'm going to pick 12 out of 36, because that's how many water rides we said that there are. I can put them anywhere I want as long as there's 12. So let's say maybe I want to put a group of water rides over here. So that's 4. And maybe I want a little water park over here. And then just do some over here. So there are my water rides. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've accounted for all the water rides that are going to be there. Now I can put in my parking, which is, we said 2 out of the 36. So I'm just going to use this color. And I'm just going to put my parking lots together and make this parking. So now I'm ready to continue with it. And you are ready to solve the rest of these and fill in the rest of your grid. If you didn't want to fill in your grid the same way that I did, then by all means change it. I'm just doing this as an example. So you can put your 12 water rides wherever you want and your 2 parking spaces wherever you want. But you should have 12 water rides and 2 parking spaces in this first grid. And then you should be able to figure out the rest of the things that are in it. Before I let you go on your own, I just want to note something. If you look at job number 2, this one has something a little bit different going on in it. Right here, it has water, which means that this is like a lake or a pond. So there are roller coasters can't go in any of these boxes. Kiddieland can't go here. Arcade can't go here. Water rides cannot be in the water. Parking, restaurants cannot be in the water. These things can't go there. So you're just going to have to figure out how many other boxes there are in order to figure out where the rest of your stuff goes. If you have questions, raise your hand. The sub can try to help you. If you're still confused about it, try your best, do your best, put your best foot forward with it. Use your notes to help you, use your partner to help you, and try to have a little bit of fun with it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to be able to see that you know what you're doing. Good luck, and you can watch the video as many times as you need to. If you need to go back, remember that. Pause, go back, rewind, anything like that. Alright? See you tomorrow.